Hey everyone, welcome to the show. Ever feel like you're just one bad decision away from having your whole life flipped upside down?
Oh, yeah.
Well, get ready, because today we're diving deep into Penelope Sky's romantic thriller, Protect Your Queen. It's a wild ride, let me tell you.
Definitely intense.
We're talking kidnapping, a powerful Scottish duke named Crewe, and a whole lot of secrets. You can find a link to the book down in the description, by the way. Oh, and do forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on any more deep dives like this.
We've got some good ones coming up.
Now, this isn't your typical romance, okay? This book deals into some pretty dark themes like Stockholm Syndrome, the nature of power, and, yeah, desires that could get you into some serious trouble.
Definitely makes you think.
So imagine this. You're living it up in Manhattan, life's good, and bam, you're snatched off the street and taken to a remote island in the Shetlands.
Seriously scary stuff.
And you find yourself locked up in an ancient castle, completely cut off from everything you know.
I wouldn't even know where to start.
I know, right? Talk about a nightmare.
Sky really captures that feeling of isolation, too. The way she describes the island, the castle. It's like you're right there with London, feeling totally trapped and alone.
Totally. And then there's Crewe, the duke who kidnapped her.
Oh, he's a piece of work, that's for sure.
He's got it all. Royal lineage, money, brains, and a criminal empire. He's selling intelligence to the highest bidders like it's nothing. But he also has this code, he refuses to let his men harm London, and he even protects her from this really creepy guy named Bones.
That's what makes him so interesting. He's not just a straight-up villain. There's something more going on there.
Yeah, he's complicated. Like, the way he punishes London, it's harsh, but it's always calculated. Almost like he's, I don't know, trying to make her stronger.
It's like he's breaking her down to build her back up in his own image,
Exactly. Could that be a form of Stockholm Syndrome, maybe?
It definitely fits the pattern. London's life literally depends on him, so she's got to adapt to survive. She's walking on eggshells, constantly trying to please him and avoid making him angry. And in that kind of situation, feelings can get messy.
Yeah, forbidden desire and all that. I mean, she's attracted to his power, obviously, but she hates him for what he's done to her.
It's a constant push and pull. One minute they're practically at each other's throats. The next, well, let's just say things get heated. Sky really knows how to build that tension.
Seriously, their conversations are loaded with double meanings, threats, and then these moments of, like, unexpected tenderness. It's a wild ride.
It keeps you guessing what'll happen next, like that scene where London tries to escape by climbing down the castle wall.
Oh, my heart was in my throat.
Talk about a desperate move. But it shows how much she wants her freedom back, and it really sets the stage for the conflict between them to escalate even further.
And then there's London's brother, Joseph, who's desperately trying to find her.
He's such a good guy, just caught in a terrible situation.
His love for her is so strong, and it adds a whole other layer of emotion to the story. It makes you think how far you'd go for your family.
Loyalty is a huge theme in this book. London's loyalty to her brother, Crewe's loyalty to his men, even Ariel, Crewe's business partner, who's like this fiercely loyal but super intimidating woman. It makes you question your own allegiances.
It really does. And then there are these moments where you see a glimpse of something good in Crewe.
Yeah, like when he stands up for London in front of Ariel, or when he opens up about his past, why he hates Russia so much.
It makes you wonder if he's capable of change, of actually caring for someone.
Those moments of vulnerability are so important. They humanize him, make him more than just this scary, powerful figure.
It makes you root for him, even though you know he's done some pretty terrible things.
Exactly. He's a mess of contradictions, but that's what makes him so fascinating, and it leaves you wondering if there's any hope for him, for them. It's crazy how, even with all this romance and drama going on, there's still this constant reminder of Joseph with the bomb in his chest.
Oh, totally. It's like London can't ever really relax,
Right. Her brother's life is literally in Crewe's hands.
It's a messed up power dynamic, for sure.
Definitely adds this layer of tension to everything.
Speaking of tension, remember when Crewe takes London to that fancy theater party?
Oh, yeah, with that Parliament guy?
It's like a whole different world compared to that island.
Right, all that wealth and elegance.
And he makes her play the obedient pet role.
The kneeling thing.
Uh-huh. Talk about a power move.
It's almost like he's showing off, like, look what I can make her do.
Yeah, and London goes along with it, even though you can tell she hates it.
It's that survival instinct kicking in.
But there's this weird undercurrent of attraction there, too.
Oh, absolutely. It's like every interaction they have is charged with this. This mix of dominance and desire.
It's hard to look away, even when it's making you uncomfortable.
Exactly, like that scene where he makes her strip for him.
Ooh, yeah, that was intense.
It pushes the boundaries of consent, makes you question what's really going on between them.
It's not just physical either. It's like he wants to break her down emotionally, too.
And then he slips the script. Instead of having sex with her, he performs oral sex on her.
Right. I did not see that coming.
It's almost like he's trying to prove he's not just about taking what he wants.
But he still maintains control, making her beg him to. Well,
It's a really complex scene, leaves you wondering what London's truly feeling.
Is it genuine or is she just playing along to survive?
And then, bam, he decides to take her to Glasgow.
That's a huge turning point, right? She gets a glimpse of his whole world.
The power, the wealth, the danger.
And that castle, Stirling Castle, his ancestral home, was impressive.
It reinforces his dominance, like he comes from this long line of powerful people.
And then he puts Ariel in charge of her.
Oh, Ariel, she's a whole other level of intimidation.
Talk about a power play. Like trusting his cat pig with the woman who clearly hates her.
But even Ariel, as tough as she is, admits that Crewe constantly defends London.
Yeah, behind her back, he's always sticking up for her.
It shows a side of him that he doesn't often let people see.
And while London's dealing with all that in Glasgow, Crewe's back at the castle thinking about her, remembering their
It
encounters.
can't get her out of his head.
Then there's that scene where he catches her, pleasuring herself.
Oh, yeah, in his bedroom.
His reaction is so telling.
Jealousy, possessiveness, and, yeah, arousal.
It's like their relationship is evolving, becoming something more than just captor and captive.
But then London tries to escape again.
Such a risky move.
It raises the stakes, forces them to confront the truth of their feelings.
Will their connection survive? We'll have to find out in part 3.
So London's second escape attempt, it doesn't exactly go as planned.
Nope, she gets caught, but she doesn't go down without a fight.
She kicks Dunbar. Remember him, Crewe's enforcer.
Oh yeah, I'd forgot about him. He was scary.
But she kicks him.
Shows she's not giving up that easily.
Exactly. And Cross' reaction is interesting, too.
What do you mean?
He stops Dunbar from retaliating.
Oh right, he says something like she's mine to punish.
Yeah, exactly. It's possessive, but also kind of protective in a twisted way.
Like he's claiming her as his own.
Exactly.
And then he spanks her as punishment.
That whole scene was intense.
Making her kneel on the bed completely vulnerable.
It's a violation, but also Skye writes it with this undeniable erotic undercurrent.
It's disturbing, but you can't look away.
It's like this weird mix of punishment and desire.
And it's a turning point for their relationship.
Definitely pushes them into even more dangerous territory.
And that's when he tells her he's going to keep her forever.
His forever prisoner.
Right, to torment Joseph.
It's messed up, but it shows how obsessed he is with her.
He can't let her go.
Even though it puts him at risk.
And then he does something totally unexpected.
What's that?
He takes her to this super fancy dinner party at Holyrood Palace.
With all the Scottish Parliament members and even royalty?
It's like he's showing off.
He doesn't care what anyone thinks.
And London, she totally rocks it. She even impresses the Queen.
She's adapting, learning how to play the game.
But the biggest shock comes when Crewe is honored for his charity work.
The Aberlour Child Care Trust.
Right, he's the secret philanthropist.
It's crazy, right? Who would have thought?
It shows there's more to him than meets the eye.
He's got this whole other side he keeps hidden.
Makes you think, can someone be both a savior and a captor?
That's the question, isn't it? And later that night, they have this passionate encounter in the back of his car.
Like they're finally giving in to their feelings.
But then the story takes another crazy turn.
Joseph shows up,
Talk about a reunion.
but he's still under Crewe's control with that bomb in his chest.
The danger is never really gone.
And he's there to help London escape.
But it's a risky plan.
She has to manipulate Crewe to make it work.
It's a high-stakes gamble.
London has to choose her brother or her own freedom.
Protect Your Queen is such a captivating story. It really makes you think about the choices we make when faced with impossible situations.
It's not just a romance, it's about survival, loyalty, and the complexities of human nature.
It definitely leaves you wanting more.
What did you guys think about Protect Your Queen? What moment stuck with you the most? Share your thoughts and favorite scenes in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Thanks for joining us. Stay HTE.